Hello, I'm Sarah, the Children and Youth Services Librarian at Vision Australia. I'll be sharing this month's review for our young adult chat. This month I'm reviewing a great Australian young adult contemporary novel. It's called Words in Deep Blue and it's by Cath Crowley. Words in Deep Blue is a love story, but don't stop watching this review just because I've said that. It's a love story, but it's more than that too. It's about a girl called Rachel and a boy called Henry and a bookshop called Howling Books. Henry and Rachel were best friends, but then Rachel moved away and they grew apart, and then her little brother Cal died. And after that, she closed off the outside world as best she could. She decides to move back to Melbourne, far away from the ocean that took her brother's life. She moves in with her aunt and reconnects with her old friends and Henry. But she's different and she won't tell anybody why. She takes a job cataloguing the letter library in Howling Books. The letter library is a collection of books that can't be borrowed but can be drawn in and written on, and people come to leave notes for friends and loves, past and present. Over the years, these books have held secrets and stories and professions of love. As she discovers all these messages, Rachel finds a way to hold on to the memory of her brother while rediscovering how to enjoy life, to be present, to value her friends, and maybe even find love. The book has such a lovely cast of well-developed characters that add to the rich storyline. There's George, Henry's anti-authority sister, who's prickly but sweet. There's Frederick, who comes into the bookshop every week to look for a book that he loved once but lost. There's Lola, Rachel's friend, who wants to hold on to things the way they are. Despite the heavy themes, it is a funny book, and the characters are well built and likeable, except for the characters we're not supposed to like. There are a number of themes in the book, and while it is a love story, that's just one aspect. It's a book about friendship and family. It's also a book about grief in its many forms. Rachel and her mum are grieving for Cal and the life he'll never get to lead, and Henry and his family are grieving their bookshop's existence as they make plans to sell up and move on. And it's a book about books, the power of words and the ability to convey meaning. It's also about the longevity of books and how they outlive us and transcend time. It's a celebration of books, not just the classics, but there's mentions in there of contemporary stories, such as A Fault in Our Stars. If you're a natural bookworm, the constant references will warm your bookish little heart. I know they did mine. Cath Crowley has written a beautifully told story, and it's a light and warm read. I think that this book will appeal to all teens, and I recommend everyone to give it a go, even if contemporary fiction isn't your natural read. The thing about contemporary fiction is that we can so often find ourselves among the characters of a story. They're relatable and living through situations and problems that we have faced ourselves. In Words in Deep Blue, you may find a literary version of yourself. Words in Deep Blue is available from the Vision Australia Library in audio. It goes for 7 hours, 15 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me for this month's Young Adult Book Chat. We'll look forward to talking to you next month. Bye.